there might be some manufacturer-specific ways, but we don't talk about that. Within BIP protocol, we don't do it. So battery pack manufacturer would program maybe some objects, friend UIDs, factory parameters, and device address to default values, and so on, and then lock. And then they would ship the battery pack to mobile terminal manufacturer, the OEM. And here, the mobile terminal OEM, they could use the memory that is left in the slave device. They could use it for field data logging. So what's happening to the battery during its life. So this is why we have put so much emphasis on the programming capabilities. So slave data map overview. So we support any type of memory basically. And starts always with MIPI, DDD layer 1, and then followed by DDD layer 2. That our DDD layer 1 is right here, and then continues with DDD layer 2. So I will not talk about those very much. Now, it's pretty standard. Well, layer 2 kind of, because we have function directly entry in DDD layer 2. In this, so there will be for each function there will be single entry, and each entry is pointing to the same function capabilities. We call them capabilities, but I will go deeper in the following slides. The function itself, it can be predefined function or manufacturer defined. And what we have predefined in BIP protocol, which is mandatory to any slave. Then we have slave control, non-volatile memory function, temperature sensor, and authentication function. These are predefined functions as of today. And going into details in the function entry. So each function entry consists of 4 bytes. First 2 bytes take care of the function type and version. Which is just used by the host software to select suitable driver to handle the function. So this is the unified access. Last 2 bytes are pointed to the actual function capability section. That was shown earlier. That's also the protocol function example. So here we say function type, function version, and then the function pointer. And continuing with the protocol function example. So here we have the capability section where we have certain pointers. This is defined by BIP already. But this could be something, if this was manufacturer specific, you could define whatever you want. In protocol function specifically, we have the device ID, which is the 80-bit UID code. It would be right here. So there's the 3 dots, continue, and then it continues with some other registers that are device addressing. So this is the short address concept in BIP. Then some statistics on the communication. So these are dynamic registers here. The error codes, for example, number of valid words received, and so on. So here is more about the capabilities. So the capability section of each function, usually includes static information about the functions and also pointers to the function register located in other memory sections, volatile or non-volatile or register. Slave data map, register sections. So this is the dynamic data that you would be pointing. So on RAM, type of thing. Then the big data objects. So this is the last one I was in the overview. All data will be stored in as an object. So we call them objects. So we talk about the write protection mechanism, and it defines the frame structure for any data object. So this enables the unified access, version, and identification of the object. And the data content actually can be then either if predefined or manufacturer specific. And data object may contain information but is not limited to battery model, capacity, chemistry, charging, discharging curves, and so on. So here is the frame that has been designed. So this is standard stuff. This is standard stuff, CRC. So if you want to put some data, you put your data here, and the length can be from 0 to as much as you have memory left. So it's taking care of the versioning and that sort of things. So what is under work in BIF currently, since we have published the 1.0 version already? So we are working on specification 1.1, and the good news is that this will be backwards compatible with 1.0. And now we are defining the host controller interface software layer. So we just want to hide the hardware under it as slowly as possible. And that's it's in proposal phase already. And we have some software experts in the group doing that work. Then we have new BIF-defined functions and data objects, now that we have some time. So we are agreeing about the data formats and so on. How information is placed there. And then there are some comments about the specification. There are small errors, but nothing major. We would have published already another version of the spec if we saw that that was very important. And then we had already one interoperability event on January 2012 before we released the spec, and that was a really successful one. We had some 6 companies, and as our spec is said, we were able to publish the spec in the next month. Means that we were pretty satisfied with the results. And second event we are planning on September, October 2012. The date is to be fixed yet. And the third event would be somewhere Q2, Q3 2013. And this is just guesstimate. For the 1.1, we are targeting Q1 2013 so that it's approved. So we have to get things defined somewhere October latest to hit that target. We are not in huge hurry because we don't have major issues, but we just want to standardize certain functions, and especially this AGI. because that should help adoption big time. And more information, there's the FAQ available now, published on Friday. Then we have the interop conformance test suite available, and white paper and data set are in these web pages. And that is what I have to say. Thank you. Little over time.
It's fine.
Any questions? I'm glad to detail or not so detailed.
Maybe on your next plans, the host controller interface, so can you tell already a bit more what you're thinking of? Because that's specified already quite a lot.
Yeah.
What do you think is required?
For the host controller?
Yes.
It's very minimum what we will have. We will have some describing document. We will have certain software functions that have certain parameters, and we will provide the H file, the header file, that has all these comments and the data format. And it's as low level as possible. And then for example, there will be some let's say higher level comments as well, like read bursts and that sort of things. Because you will anyways do those. So we try to include those as well. And as of today, they are there. That will be the case.